Everyone, I'm back, and it's been a couple days since the last video that I started filming for you guys, and I have got a lot of stuff done on the base. The base is more or less done. The construction of the whole place is all done. I've got about 9 stories above ground and 3 below ground, so this place is pretty darn big. I'm slowly filling up each level as I go, and we're going to go through that really quick here. So this is the first basement, and it's still the storage room. I'm probably going to end up moving the furnace. The situation has changed. The way that I have everything set up is going to have to switch around a little bit because of what I have in the lower basement where all the power is. I'm going to have to probably put this guy down there and see if I can get this and the power system to share the charcoal system to get a much simpler setup for keeping both these systems going. Tools are still set up over here. I'm probably going to expand that a little bit. I'm definitely going to have to add in a couple more machines here for the electronic age stuff and other devices. Nothing new over here. Downstairs there is a little bit new stuff going on here. The battery bank has been expanded. There is about, what is it up to now, 16 batteries set up here, and they are fully charging. Still got the crazy number of all of the water turbines going. The stone heat furnaces are still going. I got these guys now, which this is part of the electronic age mod. This is a monitoring system. You can set it up to monitor different things. All this different stuff. Right now I have this one set up for temperature coming off of the stone heat furnaces so that it doesn't blow stuff up. You do have to hook up a sensor of some sort to feed these things information, and there's different sensors that you can use. This is a thermal probe, so that's feeding the temperature to that. What have I got? I started getting more work done on my tunnel going towards my my nether portal building. I'm going to end up making this 4 blocks wide. I'm going to have pipes for the steam as well as the Glens Gasses mod running down one side and electrical running down the other for lighting. I haven't gotten all the way there. I'm almost there. I just keep getting sidetracked with other things that I have to keep doing around the base. You can see the island that is my nether portal building is right there. Upstairs I haven't done too much in the first floor. I brought my my golem over from my old base. He was all by himself, and now he gets to hang out with the dogs and the horses again, so he's a little happier about that. Since slimes do spawn in this area, because this is a slime chunk, he does get to do stuff, so he's a little bit happier about that. He has a role in life. He is a slime killing machine, literally. The dogs, the horses. I'm going to be trying to breed these 2 guys later on. I got stuff all set up for that, and we will hopefully get a good horse out of these 2, a good little pony. Now upstairs here, you'll notice that there is a couple things different with the farm up here. There's no water. There's no water. I'm using the ModularPots mod, and with that you don't need water. So all my crops, all my vanilla crops, are growing without the use of water. With the exception of the melons. I didn't rip those guys up because they take so long to grow back. I left these guys as normal. So there is water right under here. But aside from that, there is no water here. Now upstairs, there is another farm. And this is all of my HarvestCraft stuff. I got all my HarvestCraft crops growing here. These, unfortunately, do not work with the ModularPots mod, so I have to have this all set up the normal way. So I've got dirt and water and all that stuff all set up here. As you can see, it is nighttime outside right now. You can see all my lights are on. There's a lot of stuff going on outside too. I went exploring. I found a lot of trees from the enhanced biomes mod, so I got a lot new trees out there. I got some fruit trees all set up. And yeah, so you'll also notice that each floor here has a different color. I'm a bit of an electronics geek, so I play a lot with electronics, and the simplest term that I could use for numbering every single one of my floors is to use resistor color codes. So those of you who know what resistor color codes are, each color represents a number, and from there you use the system to see what the resistor's value is. So like gray is 9, or excuse me, gray is 8, excuse me. Wow, that was pretty bad. So I'm on the 8th floor here. The white is 9. Now here I have more batteries all set up, and this is to get more power from the solar panels that I have on the roof. Now it's nighttime out, so you can't really see these guys too well, but these guys are solar panels, and they all have except for these last 4 here, they all have a solar tracker, so that when the sun comes up, they track the sun and are just more efficient at collecting the electricity that way. I plan to cover the whole roof with these guys, at the very least have 4 fairly large arrays, 4x4 arrangement of these guys to get as much power through the system as I possibly can. Now, as you can see from the upper floors, I have some fruit trees set up here. I've got a lot of fruit trees set up here. I've got apples, I've got plums, I've got, what are these? Grapefruit. I got a lot of different ones set up. I had to move my giant jungle trees over here. These are the resin collectors for the electrical age mod. I need these for making wire and some other devices. Basically anything that would have like a plastic or rubber case, you use the tree resin to do that. You have to bake it, and it turns into some other material, and that's what all this stuff's coated in. So I got plums, I got apples, I got avocado, and I got a zombie about to attack me. Chestnuts. Now, you guys might remember me talking about these 2 horses, how these are my 2 best horses, and that I was planning to breed these guys. And yeah, you know what's coming. You see you nodding your head. So I got everything all set up here, and let's see if we can get a good horse out of these 2. Okay. Well, apparently I didn't have things as well set up as I thought. I was hoping that they'd be able to reach through the opening there, but guess not. Shows what I know. Alright, so we got a new little pony here. And we'll let him grow up and see what he can do. So we'll get back to that guy. Okay, now in the last video you'll remember that right over here I'd set up a thumper. Thumper is a big mining machine, and you can hear it working away, but it's now at the bottom of the hole that it made. Way down there. I had to reposition it all because of, well, it had done its job, and it was time to reposition it. And let's go down there and take a look at what it did. So this one thumper completely opened up this whole chasm. And that's pretty impressive for one machine to take out that much material. Now I got it going again, getting it going with taking out more stuff right below it. And once it's done, I'll reposition again. So up there, it was at level like 68 or something. It's now at 49, 48. And getting this going again, I've got everything's arranged in a line here, because this is essentially how it ends up making the hole, in a long straight line just like this. So I got all the vacuums set up to their maximum range again, with the chests on top to collect anything and everything. And yeah, once this is all done, I'll end up repositioning it and starting all over again. And I like I said, I got a pretty good amount of stuff from this setup, and it's nice because all I need to do is just load these things up with fuel, which looks like I need to do again. Oh, no, they're going. And let it keep going from there. Okay, now right here is some of the gas I was talking about with the Glens Gasses mod. So this is methane gas, or not methane, this is a natural gas. Now if that were to hit a torch right now, that would erupt into a giant fireball. And very, very bad things would happen. So it would basically just catch everything and anything on fire. Now it looks like the gas is pretty much all escaped out here, except for this one little bit. Let that get out of here. Now there is a way to collect this stuff using some of the stuff presented in the Glens Gasses mod. They have a collection system. And I'm probably going to end up... Oh, iron. Setting that up since it's going to be needed here. But you can already see that there's a pretty substantial hole down there. And there's a lot of gas down there. Now this stuff will, not only will it erupt into flames if it gets near an ignition source, it also will suffocate you. So not only do you take damage from this by way of just it catching on fire if it catches on fire, but it will also make it so that you can't breathe, and it'd be like just drowning underwater basically, but you don't have the little visual countdown of the way water does. And there are just tons and tons and tons of this gas coming out. So I'm going to set up the collector here and show you guys how that all sets up. Now you can see the material is floating up here through the hole, and it's a pretty deep opening that's down there. More material keeps coming up. We'll go ahead and take a peek in the chest here, and there's some chicken in here. Okay. So let's go get some of the Glens Gasses stuff set up here, and we'll quickly go over that. Okay, we're back. So I got all the stuff I need. I went ahead and I did some preparation work here. I got the floor all nice and leveled out. So that way I am hopefully channeling all of the gas to this one area here. Now gas is still coming up. So what we're going to start off with, the gas collector. Now this is kind of a tricky thing to lay down, because depending on you have to basically, whatever surface you're pointing at is going to determine which way this outlet, see this little square on the top, that needs to be pointing in a specific direction. And depending on how you want things set up, may or may not go the way that you need it to go. So I want it to come out the top, so I'm setting it up the top here. And now hopefully this is going to let me set this up in such a way that everything is going to come out through the top here. Now I got some pipe here, and I'm going to set this up so that I can get my my tank in a good little spot away from everything. I should actually go with that direction here. And I want my tank to go right on top there. Alright, so now as the gases are mined out by the thumper, the pockets are exposed, it should rise up to the middle here and hopefully get collected by this guy. And we're just going to let this sit here and run on its own, and hopefully we're going to get some stuff in here. I'm going to go ahead and set up a second tank, and get a few different kinds of gases collected in this system. yeah, so like I said, we'll let this run for a little while and let the tanks do their thing, and yeah. Okay, well, I'm kind of stuck here at the moment. I got burning gas above me, lava to the side of me. There's a big puddle of chlorine gas out there. It's dark out, I don't have any torches, and I gotta get my butt back to the surface somehow. So, hopefully we'll see you guys next time. Good night, guys.